Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of PonderCast. I'm super excited to have this guest on. She is the director of intermediate schools, or like middle schools, for the South Bend schools. She's a talent recruiter. She's a South Bend, Washington high school grad. I've had the opportunity to work with her in a lot of committees, especially like lately this past summer. She's always shows up with a smile on her face. She's always willing to learn. She's always willing to like put the students first. But not only for the middle schools, like the entire corporation. Her only fault is she's a Michigan fan. Hello, Karla Lee.
Hey, Seth, how are you? Thank you for having me. Thank you for those kind words as well.
Yeah, I didn't share that I was the Michigan stuff I can't get over. But, one fault, that's all right.
Hey, you all won. I mean, what can I say? I just have to keep it quiet for the rest of the season.
What is your path from education and starting as teacher to the director of middle schools?
So, I began teaching with South Bend Schools, believe it or not, in 1990 as an English teacher at Jackson Middle School. I then went on to pursue my degree in my master's degree, and along with that, my administrative license. I really did not have an intention of using my administrative license, but my then principal, a lot of the people within the South Bend community know of Sharon Hurt. She has a very strong legacy here in our district, and one day we were having a simple conversation, and she indicates to me, you ought to consider enrolling in the Ed Leadership program. And I thought, absolutely not. I see what you do on a daily basis. Thank you, but no thank you. But somehow I still cannot remember. People ask me this all the time. I cannot remember how I really ended up in that Ed Leadership class. But from there, I completed my master's and my administrative license together. So I did all that in 2 years. And then one day I received a call to begin my ascension into assistant principalship, and then a building principal. And people often ask, well, how did you end up in the position that you are in today? And again, I think I must have been walking by a vending machine or something, or ice cream, buying some ice cream and not really paying attention to a question. And I must have agreed to say yes, and here I am.
Well, we're glad you're there. A lot has changed in the middle schools, and I think for the better. That middle school age is a fun age, a challenging age. I got to teach it for 10 years, and we always need those good leaders in those good spots. So
I wouldn't change being a middle level educator for anything. Every day is different, and the students, they are just very interesting. And I suggest it to everyone, no matter what your career path is, doctor, lawyer, judge, banker, everyone should have to be a mentor or part of their preparation program. They should have to spend a year in middle school. If you can do that and be successful.
I love that idea. That is a great idea.
I'm telling you, it teaches you every lesson that you need to know. Every lesson.
Yeah. I also, high schoolers will make a comment to me, and I go, "You're not hurting my feelings. I taught middle school for 10 years, right? Like, middle schoolers will say anything." So
I love them.
All right. So, what has been a benefit for the technology that's been rolled out this year? What have you seen already? And it's the beginning of the school year.
Oh, wow. What an amazing event that, Dr. Spells and the School Board of Trustees and that whole technology team that you're a part of and your colleagues are a part of, with rolling out the one-to-one technology the last 3 to 4 weeks. That has just been probably one of the most exciting school kickoffs that I've seen in a long time. And so it's been exciting because, I remember this student who was being interviewed on the news for evening newscast, and he was just, his words and we're close to. I'm just so excited to have this device. I've never had a device like this, or a laptop, I believe he referred to it as, and I'm just excited. This is really giving me an opportunity that I did not have before. And that's what it's all about. It's just ensuring that, as educators, that we are standing in the gaps of kids and ensuring that they're being provided the tools and the experiences in order for them to be successful in their path. And their path will be much like what we've not seen in the past 20th and early 21st century. I mean, the sky is truly the limits for these kids. And so it's just been exciting to be a part of that.
And at the middle school level, we're rolling out like a CPR experience for the kids, certification for the kids. Can you explain that to us, please?
Yeah, so part of our 6th through 8th, 8th grade integration with technology. This is our second year that we're partnering with Enfocus and St. Joe Regional Medical Center, as well as some other agencies around South Bend and the city of South Bend, with ensuring that all of our 8th graders learn CPR. And there's a whole simple but complex theory of why we're doing that, and that is really to increase the number of residents in the St. Joe County area to know how to deliver CPR, and just in case it's needed. And we're studying the impact of that over the course of the next 2 to 3 years. But that being said, in the past, we've had to use quite a bit of paperwork and paper to accomplish this task. But this year, we were able to do it fully digital. So the students going on to register, to log on their preference of CPR doll that they receive, their T-shirt sizes, and other things that we may need to know, data that we may need to know about that student to ensure that their experience is successful. So that has been amazing.
That is.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and that's not just something that's helping in the student. I mean, this is going to just help the community, and that's a great thing. This is just the tipping point, right? Like, this is an amazing example, and I can't wait to see what's coming up next.
Even the survey, the data collection that we want to use, to create and integrate to capture the student experience, that in and of itself will be such a quick turnaround time, so that we can continue to plan, and we will already have that data archived right there waiting for us. So just really interested in getting that kicked off next month, in fact.
Do you have any other goals for the technology going on here at South Bend?
The largest goal that we have right now is embedding technology into the curriculum. For those people who are familiar with South Bend, we do have fully aligned math and English and language arts, math mats and curriculum. So now what we're using our in-building specialists, or our DISs, or our digital integration specialists, for them to look at those maps and look at where technology can be integrated into teaching those standards to amplify those student experiences. So if we're talking about a heart, well, where can we go in and actually get a digital view of a heart? Breaking down Shakespeare's, experiences in Shakespeare, creating music theory. Technology is just such a part of who we are now, but certainly using that to amplify, again, their curriculum, but also preparing our students to enter that secondary classroom experience, because we know everything at the collegiate level is pretty much digital, from registration to maintaining grades to maintaining, your other accounts and communicating with your professors. So making sure that when they enter into that next phase of their life, that they have that experience as their peers around the world.
What are you excited about in the Lee household? What's going on at home? You got so much going on in the office. Do you have time? What's going on at home?
Oddly enough, I'm having the opportunity to extend my learning. And part of that is using actually a platform called Blackboard. So I had to, engage in this new technology that was pretty much foreign to me. And so, it was a struggle, but I'm glad I had that struggle. So I have a frame that I could use of experience that I could use when I'm speaking to students and using and pulling that and modeling what my struggle looked like and how I overcame it and using technology, as a lifelong or as a learner, a current learner. So
Yeah.
that's what's the big thing that's going on in the Lee household right now. But so my children kind of always run away from me because they're, oh boy, here she comes again with another question. But, I don't have a DIS sitting at my sitting by my side waiting for me to pose a question. But
Yeah.
that's what's going on there. So and just that day-to-day stuff. That's the biggest thing is Karla as a student using Blackboard.
So I'm a project lead the way teacher, and one of the best things is like we have to go get certified, and we do all the assignments as the students do, and it's just a reminder of what it's like to be on the other side of those desks and the chairs, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I went through the same struggles on problem number or whatever, and like I get it, kids, like I get it, like we'll do this together.
Right. But it's also, looking at forward thinking, I was thinking, how can we use the same type of platform to expand opportunity for our students? What can be some outside classes that our children or our students could take, to continue expanding their thinking and their learning.
Yeah.
So everything has to be face to face.
We do live in the snow belt. Hopefully one day we can do these e-learning days.
The polar vortex is coming. What is it? Winter is coming?
Winter is coming, and it is real. It is a real thing up here in South Bend.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to kind of circle back to the talent recruiter.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about with that, and what are you guys looking for with that?
We're always looking for all kind of talent that fills all of our departments, but our primary focus is teacher recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go out and we look at, we go to Michigan and Illinois, Kentucky and Ohio, and recruiting for the needs for our district. So it's always exciting just to see the faces of new graduates,
mm-hmm.
and that everything that they're looking forward to and looking toward. And so it's always interesting to engage in conversation with what their goals are, and always bringing those fresh new thoughts and ideas, and so we on the average recruit maybe anywhere between 5 to 10 new graduates a year, and so it's always great to hear other points of views, perspectives, and so I think I will be in my 4th year of doing that, 4th or 5th year.
Okay.
But it keeps my thoughts fresh as well. I love millennials. I love them. Get me on my toes.
Karla, where can people find you?
So, people can find me on Twitter, Lee at 7329, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook.
All right.
Anyone interested in relocating to the South Bend area? We're always looking. Be glad to have a conversation with you. Treat you to a nice rise and roll donut, caramel.
That's right. And if any recent grads are watching, or going to be graduating here at the winter semester, call up Karla.
Call me. We can chat up and see if our interests meet your goal interests, and I'm sure they will. South Bend has a lot to offer. We have a lot to offer those who are entering the teaching or the education career for the first time, those who are experienced. So, love to talk to you.
That's great. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, this whole lifelong learning and now the collaboration with South Bend schools, the city of South Bend, Notre Dame, Ivy Tech, IUSB, St. Mary's, Bethel, all of these schools is just blown up, I feel like, in the last 10 years.
All coming together, all working for that common cause, which is to create a community that meets the needs of its citizens. And I think we're doing quite well in that area. So, exciting times up north.
I agree. Thank you so much, Karla, for being on this. I will throw all of her links below. And thanks for watching. See you.
Thank you for having me, Seth. Take care.
Bye.